You're listening to a Countout Podcast.
Hello, people of Earth, and hello, people of the New Japan Pro Wrestling fandom. I'm your good friend Curtis Spears, and I'm here with today's New Japan Cupdate. I'll be talking about nights 5 and 6. I'm going to do it a little bit backwards, though. I'm going to talk about night 6 because, man, I got some thoughts about night 5, and I'm going to kind of make you sit for a minute and listen to those. I know that you probably know where I'm going if you recognize what night 5 was, but let's just go ahead and crack this one out. The first thing we're going to talk about is a second round match between Tetsuya Naito and Chase Owens. Now, this was an 18-minute and 7-second match. It was pretty good. Naito's a great storyteller. Chase is a great old school style worker. I think their styles meshed very well. Naito, in these tournaments, Naito likes to not give people the full destino. He likes to win by roll-ups or submissions or counters that come out of nowhere. It's pretty fun to see. And then when he hits the destino in a big spot in like a later round match, that's when people kind of go buck wild because they know that something big is coming. I dig it about Naito. I dig that storytelling. That's why they call him the Stardust Genius, because he can lay out a match like no other. Chase Owens. People, man, we've talked about it before. People give a lot of shit to Chase Owens. Whether you like him or you don't, outside of the ring, you have to admit the dude can throw down inside the ring. He's great when it comes to that sort of old school Southern Territory style wrestling, and I love that about him. His match a few years ago on Strong with David Finlay really turned me around about him. I used to think, oh, this guy's a fucking joke. He's a nobody. No, he's got some sway, man. He's pretty good. Like I said, we're not going to talk about outside the ring, all that's, stuff that you can come up with your own opinions on. What circles of Twitter you're hanging out in, that's all up to you. This is just to break down the actual match, and it was, I think, 2 thumbs up. Good match. 18 minutes out of Chase Owens was not what I expected, but I was not disappointed. I'm going to skip I'm going to skip the main event for that night, and we'll go straight on to night 6, where we had Tama Tonga versus Aaron Henare, 16 minutes and 34 seconds with the gun stun. This is a second round match. Tama Tonga advances to the quarterfinals. Aaron Henare and Tama Tonga fucking threw down. Okay? This was a match where Henare, was in control. He beat 10 shades of shit out of Tama Tonga, and Tama barely escaped with his life. He was a great babyface in peril. Henare after beating Shingo, Henare looked like someone who, might catch another big upset. We usually kind of say like, oh, Henare is, if he's lucky, he'll get one. This looked like he might go on another fucking tear. I was kind of hoping that maybe, and they might still do this, that they might set up a challenge for the Never, just based on how much physical damage he actually put out on Tama Tonga. But, yeah, man, good match. Really good match. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, but man, I think Henare is coming into his own. I think he's arrived, it's taken him a long while to get there, but man, it's been worth it, eh? Great match. It was followed up by Hiroki Goto versus everybody's new favorite toy, Kyle Fletcher, the Aussie Arrow, the Dark Archer himself. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Goto, I prefer him in the tag team setting. I think that he doesn't have quite enough to carry a singles match. He's a good wrestler. Do not get me wrong. I like Goto. But I think that he's better in a tag team setting, especially with someone like Yoshihashi. I mean, like, he's tag team champions of the world, and having like absolute bangers left, right, and center all year. So a big surprise. But when you put him up against a young gun, someone who is definitely on the come up, 24-year-old prodigy, Kyle Fletcher, trained by, you know, the Australian scene with Robbie Eagles, and now he's got, you know, Will Ospreay shepherding him. Dude, this kid going places. I'm the first person to say it. You're hearing it here first, obviously. No one else has come out and said that Kyle Fletcher is going places. No. Just me. You can, you can take that to the bank. A lot of people are talking about how the crowd was absolutely in pocket for Kyle Fletcher. They were going for him. They were feeling him. And, you know, like Aussie Arrow chants in his, second singles match in the company. Oh my God. Like, the fans are feeling it, man. I don't know if this is building towards a challenge for the tag team titles. I hope it is. We've got lots of stuff coming up for the United Empire, and I really hope that it's the summer of the UE. That's going to be really cool, man. Oh, it's going to be so cool. Kyle Fletcher's a fucking monster, and he's only going to get better. Everybody's saying it. Everybody knows it's coming. If Kyle Fletcher, and he has, as far as I've seen, devotes himself, he could be something humongous. You know, like, people have said, oh, that's it. He's a future IWGP heavyweight champion. Like, that's something to say at 24 years old. Oh my God. That's fucking wild. I love it. This match was great. The crowd was into it. And, I don't think there's anywhere that we can really go from here, with Goto as far as the next round. But in a loss, Kyle Fletcher looked phenomenal, and I think that there's everywhere to go for Kyle Fletcher. So that's great. We're going to go back. We're going to talk about the main event from night 5, and I'm going to be 100% candid with you, my friends. You beautiful people listening to, you know, this random short shorts episode. I've been having a lot of trouble with my mental health lately. Okay. I've missed my pill, my brain medicine a couple of times in the last few weeks. It's messed with me. It's really put me through the ringer, man. I'm sleeping too much or not enough. I'm, you know, kind of disassociating with things that I usually love. It's messing with me. There's a lot of problems going on at work right now. It's been hard. And I wasn't really following along very well after night 2 of the New Japan Cup. So I texted Rafe and I said, I was trying to catch up. And I watched that Kyle Fletcher and Goto match. And I started watching the night after that. And I said, Rafe, how many nights have there been? Am I missing something? And he said, yeah, Sonata versus Kenta. Oh boy. This was not what I needed once I got back on the mental health wagon, eh? I'm going to put this out here right now. This was a crime against humanity. Who did this to us? Jail. Go directly to jail. You book this Sonata versus Kenta for 30 minutes. Go to fucking jail. Go the fuck to federal pound you in the ass penitentiary. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Oh my, I'm waking up the dogs right now. They're both napping at my feet. I don't know if you can hear them snoring, but they're both kind of looking at me now going, what the fuck are you angry about, Dad? I wish I could explain to them. The nightmare that was this match. It's funny on Twitter. We were talking, to I don't know if he's a lapsed fan at this point, but he was kind of giving us shit for our Sonata slander that we gave in our best case scenario, worst case scenario show. And, he's like, how dare you talk about Sonata this way? And he said he was going to unsubscribe. And that's cool. I completely understand that, dude. If that's your boy, that's your boy. But oh my God, come and get your boy. I will sit here all day and defend Kenta. I love Kenta with all my heart and soul. Jesus Christ, this was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen him do. 30 goddamn minutes. Neither of them looked like they wanted to be there. Kenta tried, but he can't do it anymore. He can't. He's good for 12 minutes, 16 minutes. The shtick wore so thin because Sonata just didn't show any fire. Were we wrong about Sonata? This match with Taichi brought so much out of him. We could see a new Sonata going for... No. Jail. Go to jail. This was shit. Absolute shit. Is this a New Japan main event? Technically, yes. Is it though? Is it? Think about it. Is this what you want to show someone and say, this is New Japan Pro Wrestling? Look at this main event from their big single elimination spring tournament. This is where it's at, man. The winner of this gets a shot at the world heavyweight title. Look at how much fire it's gotten. These guys have gotten their belly. How badly they want this fucking title. Jail. Go to jail. Oh my God. What kind of fucking world do we live in where that passes for a 30-minute main event in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Get the fuck out of here. You go to jail. Do not do this ever again. This is the third Okada short. My second one, and it's the second time in a row that I'm going, do not do this ever again. Ever. I am forbidding you. You are forbidden. Fuck, man. God, that was bad. Am I overreacting? Yeah. No. Time murderer. 30 minutes of my life I'm never getting fucking back. Okay? If you love Sonata, God bless you. I love Kenta. I 100% fucking hated this match. No excuse. When presented with new facts, you have to change your ways of thinking, else it creates what's called cognitive dissonance. I have no cognitive dissonance when I say this match fucking sucked. Okay? You better not have any cognitive dissonance in your defense of the people in this match. In your defense of thinking that Sonata needs to win this cup and challenge for the title. Oh my fucking God. Oh, Rafe was right. Hashtag Rafe was right. Sonata's going to win this thing and challenge for the fucking title, and it's going to be another sleepwalk through a title challenge, and it's just... Wrestle Kingdom was white hot. So much goodwill is going to get wasted when fucking Sonata sleepwalks through a fucking another title challenge. Anyway, at me on Twitter. I don't fucking care. Let's go. ElDestructo83. You can find Rafe at Faces Feels Cast. You can find us both on Instagram under those names as well. You can find the podcast itself under Okada's Shorts on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on the Throwin' Dice podcast, where I talk about things like Warhammer 40k, D&D, that sort of stuff. If that's your bag, baby, come and find us. Rafe's other podcast is the Faces and Feels cast, where he loves to talk to independent wrestlers to get their inside stories, really get to know them, not necessarily, who they're challenging or anything like that. Just get to know them as people, and it's really cool. Look into their history. You really get to know who the person is, and it's made me a fan of a lot of different wrestlers because of it. You can find multiple wrestling-centric podcasts on the Countout Podcast Network. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram at CountOutPod. So many great shows. We have a Patreon where you can find tons of extra content, and every dollar of that Patreon goes to helping out all of us, the great podcasts here on the Countout Podcast Network. We are so proud to be a member of that network, and to hang out with all the great people that are... I'm still so bothered by this fucking Sonata match. Anyway, I'm sorry. We're going to keep moving on. Anyway, thanks to Owen for the amazing intro, outro, theme song you're about to hear from him right now. Oh, fuck. Sonata's going to win this goddamn cup, and I'm going to fucking get so angry. So angry. Show me something. You should. Oh, god damn it. This is too much. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave this right now. Check out Rafe. Check me out. Check out Countout Pod. Check out Owen at Riff Your Pod. And Jesus, Time Murderer. Go to jail. Okay. Keep it right. Keep it tight. Keep it what? Short.
Hi guys, this is Lauren, your proud host of Your Dose of Death. Just giving you a little quick tune-in to make sure to listen to Your Dose of Death. Each and every single episode, I provide a different lens into the world of deathmatch, whether it be wrestlers, content creators, or anyone in between. Make sure to listen to me each and every single episode to get a different lens into the death. And please, make sure to listen to Your Dose of Death.
This has been a Countout Podcast.